James?
Hmm?
Whatever happened to all that lady of the manor stuff?
I beg your pardon?
Well, I thought I was supposed to be married to the lord of the manor, and I keep living in hopes of being asked to open a bazaar or something, and all I get are grocer's bills.
Oh, I see. Well, you have to serve an apprenticeship for that. Several seasons cutting sandwiches, while the lord and lieutenant's wives make the speeches.
Oh, great. Don't you have any pull around here?
What is this, an attack of megalomania?
No, I'm just sick of grocer's bills. Bad news.
It's Joanna.
Who?
It's my goddaughter, you remember?
I never heard
The one who
of her.
couldn't come to the wedding because she was hitchhiking round Persia.
Oh, that goddaughter.
Yes, she's at Oxford, St. Mary's. It's your old college, isn't it?
Yes, I remember you saying something about her being there.
They want to send her down.
Oh, obviously a girl of spirit. What for?
Doesn't say. They just want me to go and see the principal.
You? Why you?
Well, I suppose as her godfather, I'm the nearest thing to a relative she has in this country.
Parents dead?
Oh. Her mother is. Father was in the army with me. He works for an oil company in the Middle East now.
You going to go?
Well, I don't suppose how I can refuse. Mind you, God knows what I can do.
Dame Audrey Parker, principal. She's new since my time.
You'll come with me, will you?
Ah, hold your hand in front of all those women.
Well, I've never been in a university in my life, let alone a women's college.
All right, Joanna. Perhaps you'd leave Mr. Hadleigh and myself to talk privately now. Well, Mr. Hadleigh... Oh, please sit down.
Thank you.
It's extremely good of you to come all this way.
Not a bit. It's the least I could do, really, isn't it?
I expect you think we're rather making a mountain out of a molehill.
Well, I suppose it depends what standards you choose to apply.
Well, for a girl of 20 to keep a man in her rooms overnight isn't the mortal sin it once was. This is 1973.
But the college does have a ruling.
Oh, yes. All men must leave by 10:30. But, frankly, Mr. Hadleigh, that isn't quite the issue in this case.
I'm sorry, I really don't begin to follow you.
Well, Joanna broke a college rule, certainly, but that in itself we probably never have known about. We can't keep every undergraduate under 24-hour supervision. Except that in this case, it was deliberately flaunted in our faces. This was a political act.
Oh, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. I had to collect some things from the library.
Not at all. It's been lovely looking around. I've forgotten
Oh,
how beautiful.
Hell. I've left this thing on again. God knows how many hours of needle I must lose this way. I think that's the right expression. Hours of needle. Sounds more like the sort of thing my students give me. Always accepting you, my dear.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I wish I had more like you used to be. How many years is it since you went down? 4 or 5?
A bit more than that.
Never mind. You haven't changed a bit. What about a quick one?
Nor of you. I'll have a sherry, please.
In that cupboard over there. Help yourself. Oh, good. There's a glass, too. Would you like to clear away some of this junk and park yourself? So, Joanna Roberts is your husband's goddaughter. Well, that commends him to me right away. I thoroughly approve of Joanna.
Now, Kate, now what has been going on?
Spotted bother last week with Joanna playing what you might call a starring role.
Yes, I gather normal human relationships are as disapproved of as ever.
Not quite, I'm glad to say, but this case was a bit unusual.
Why?
Well, you probably know 1 or 2 of the men's colleges are now taking undergraduates of both sexes.
Yeah, I read about it.
Well, there's some pressure from both the senior and junior common rooms to do the same here. Well, I am the leader of a senior common room minority in favour, and Joanna is the leader of a big majority in the junior common room. Well, of course, things happen too slowly here for their liking, so last week Joanna and her group staged a demonstration. She and about half a dozen other girls announced that they were going to keep men in their rooms overnight. It's all done quite openly, under what you might call antiseptic conditions. Clothing wasn't even rumpled, let alone removed, and the point was to prove the absurdity of sexual segregation, and that the alternative is not general lechery, as some imagine.
The principal, for instance.
For instance.
To my mind, Mr. Hadleigh, it's quite out of the question. We may live in changing times, but, well, I ask you as a reasonable man.
Yes, I do see there might be difficulties here.
So I've proposed what I consider a perfectly sensible compromise.
Compromise, she calls it. Compromise, the hallmark of all third-rate minds. The woman's nothing more than an administrator. She was a civil servant until 5 years ago, and she'd still be more happy in a tax office than a university.
On a postgraduate level, I have fewer objections. Some, but fewer. So my idea is to build a new postgraduate block for both sexes. In fact, I've already launched an appeal. I'll show you the model.
Do you know where she intends to build this egg box? This monolithic tribute to bad taste? And fittingly enough, her time as principal, right here.
What? You mean?
Yes, depriving me of my rooms and the college of the only decent piece of architecture it possesses.
But she can't pull down the old block, surely.
Naturally, there's some opposition. Most of it coming from an eccentric old don who's had rooms in the old wing for 20 years and regards the place as her private property. Also from your goddaughter and her cohorts. Well, they realise that if the college settles for my scheme, their demands for full integration will have gone by the board.
Over my dead body. Well, that'd be a welcome bonus for the principal, but one she's not going to get. Your husband's goddaughter and I are shoulder to shoulder on this.
Think I'm going to like Joanna.
Well, I see all that, Principal. What I really don't understand is what you want of me.
Well, Joanna has less than a year before taking her degree. She's an intelligent girl. She should do well. I don't want to send her down for that ridiculous business last week, but it can't go on. If it does, I shall have no alternative. So, in her father's absence, I'm relying on you to try and talk some sense into her. Why don't you take her away for a few days, get all this nonsense out of her head?
Poor James, how embarrassing for you.
Well, I didn't have much choice but to agree.
So when does the lecture begin?
Oh, come off it. Look, I didn't want to get involved in the first place. I certainly don't intend to play Dutch uncle.
Thank God for
But
that.
it was made pretty clear that if I didn't get involved, you were going to be out on your ear.
Not true.
Why not?
Because if they flung me out for that, they'd have the biggest rebellion on their hands since the Long March.
So what's all the fuss about?
Old Audrey, trying to give the impression she's in control. Fascist bluff.
Phrase maker?
No. No, I've been a thorn in her side all along, and this time I broke one of their sacred rules. Only technically, of course. To show it up for the stupidity it is. So she thought, whoopee, a chance to get rid of the wretched girl. But she knows it's too risky.
Now, what do you mean by thorn in her side all along?
Like I said, I don't like silly rules. Wearing gowns, getting in before curfew, jumping when someone says jump. You know the sort of stuff. You and Daddy must have had it all the time in the army.
Well, it's not quite the same thing.
Sure. You couldn't refuse. Toe the line or...
Perhaps we didn't see it as towing the line.
Because that's where you thought the line should be drawn anyway.
Well, it could be.
Fine, but what about the people who don't agree? What about them?
Well, it's their privilege, isn't it?
Ha-ha! Privilege. Now, why do you call it a privilege?
Because that's what it is. Or would you prefer to call it a right?
You're going to lecture me after all, aren't you? You're just being clever about it.
Well, I may be going to disagree with you, which is my privilege.
No. No, that's your right. No one's doing you any favours.
And no one forced me into the army, or you into university.
But once there, I should obey their rules.
Well, it does sound reasonable, doesn't it?
So a university should be just like the army.
I didn't say that.
You were dangerously close.
Well, I didn't mean to say it.
And people usually say exactly what they mean when they don't think about it first.
Hey, there's a letter from Kate in the Times.
Kate, what about?
Well, what do you think? Pure Kate, listen. Dear Sir, in an age when brute Philistinism is bent upon destroying all around it, I hope others will be as alarmed as I at the wanton destruction of a unique and valuable building, so on so on.
Wow, good old Kate, strong stuff.
Do you really think Kate would be on your side about the mixed college business if the principal weren't threatening to destroy that building?
I don't know, and I don't care, but the important thing is she is. Now, please, may I go make some phone calls? I want to find out who's read this.
Yes, of course you can.
Thanks. I'll use the one in my room.
All right. Well, I know you're fond of Kate, but I think this is absolutely irresponsible.
Why?
Well, because she can get involved in college politics if she likes, but she's no right to drag in people like Joanna.
She's not dragging anyone
Well, of
in.
course she is. A letter like this is just fuel to the flames, isn't it?
I don't know what you mean.
Look, all I want is for Joanna to finish a course and get a degree. without getting thrown out and without getting involved, rightly or wrongly, in how the college should be run. That isn't what she's there for.
So you're suddenly an expert on the purpose of higher education?
But you don't have to be an expert, my darling, to know that Kate is just using Joanna and the others.
I don't know anything of the sort.
Well, of course you don't. You're one of Kate's old pupils, aren't you?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Jane. I mean, I really would have expected something better than that sort of rubbish from you.
What sort of rubbish?
Oh, coffee, ma'am.
Thank you, Sutton. That's fine, I'll do it. Thank you.
Oh, and bring some cigarettes, would you, Sutton? We're out in here.
Oh, very good.
Thank you. Well, what sort of rubbish?
Coffee?
Thank you, and if you wouldn't mind...
I am answering your question. You sounded exactly like my father used to. Whenever I uttered a remotely new, remotely radical phrase, he would accuse me of becoming a mouthpiece for other people's opinions.
I'm not accusing you of anything, my darling.
Why people who haven't been to university cannot understand that the whole point is to learn to think for yourself and not to parrot other people's ideas, I just do not know. Your coffee?
Thank you, and presumably only people who've been there have any right to express an opinion.
Well, I certainly don't see that going straight from Eton into the Guards, stamping around in that ridiculous uniform for 2 years, qualifies you to have an opinion on anything, except maybe comic opera.
And if that is the sort of arrogance the place breeds, it seems to me that Joanna will do herself a very good turn in getting thrown out.
You talk of arrogance? Oh, for heaven's sake, get out, Sutton. Is it quite impossible to have any peace around here?
Unforgivable, Jenny. Don't you ever speak to Sutton like that again.
Is that an order, sir?
No, it's a request. To stop behaving like a spoiled brat.
Yes, madam.
I'm very sorry about just now. I shouldn't have shouted.
Thank you, madam, but it's quite all right.
Well, I would like to apologise anyway, on one condition.
What's that, madam?
That you never tell my husband I did.
Of course, I understand.
I'm glad somebody does.
You published this letter without a shred of warning.
You've known my feelings for some time.
It's the worst form of disloyalty. Not just to me, to the college.
To you, yes. To the college, quite the contrary. You are not the college, and it would be a relief to everyone if you sometimes remembered that.
I am trying to build this college, the finest graduate block
Of which we have no need.
in the whole university.
And incidentally committing the greatest act of vandalism in its history.
But the old wing needs 20,000 spending on it anyway if it isn't going to collapse around you in 5 years.
Then spend the money. Do damn sight more good than that.
All you're thinking of is your own comfort. Your attitude is wholly selfish. You've no interest whatever in the undergraduate case for a mixed college.
I have a great deal of interest in anything obstructing your plan to destroy a thing of value and replace it with that grotesque memorial to vulgarity.
I shall ignore that remark.
As you ignore everything that doesn't suit you.
This college will not admit undergraduates of both sexes, and that is final. We shall make the sensible compromise of integrating at graduate level, and we shall build the new block accordingly.
If you can raise the money.
I'll raise the money, don't worry about that.
Then build the bloody thing somewhere else.
Where? If I don't put it on the site of the old wing, where in the name of heaven can I put it?
I am sorely tempted to tell you.
Come in.
The Dean to see you, Principal.
Oh, come in, Nesta. Sit down. I've just had Kate with me.
I know. I was waiting till I heard the door slam.
She's quite impossible.
Well, she's never forgiven you for getting this job when Laura Whiteman died. Kate thought she had it all sewn up.
Oh, I'm not concerned about that. What does infuriate me is the way she's confusing the issues.
Your best bet, Principal, is simply speed. If you could produce that money now to build that block, you could get a quick vote through the SCR while your majority lasts. We could start building immediately. Then Kate could scream and those girls could demonstrate to their heart's content. It would be a bore, but that's all.
Well, now, Hester, I might be able to do just that. I've had a few replies from those appeals I sent out for the building fund.
And?
One of them could be interesting. I suspect he knows that a large enough sum of money devoted to a public enough project...
A decoration, you mean? Can you arrange it?
Well, no promises. But then I haven't severed all my connections with Whitehall.
Principal, don't you realize who this man is?
Oh, thank you, Dame Audrey. They were married, 8 or 9 months back now.
I believe your daughter was with Mr. Hadleigh the other day, though I didn't actually meet her. And, of course, her student days here were just before my time.
Makes it all more of a family affair than I thought.
Have you discussed this with Mr. and Mrs. Hadleigh at all?
Mr. and Mrs. Oh, James and Jennifer. No. When I got your appeal letter, I thought of approaching you through Jennifer, but then I said, no, damn it. When I'm coming down this way, I might as well see you myself.
I'm very pleased you did, Mr. Caldwell.
I've always had an affection for this college, you know. Not being a university man myself, not having had much schooling at all, quite frankly. But I think I was thrilled as our Jennifer when she got accepted here.
That's very understandable.
Anyway, it seemed a reason for doing something for the place, a sort of token. So when I got your appeal letter...
Oh, it's a most generous offer, Mr. Caldwell. Quite overwhelming.
Of course, I'll have to clear it with my chief accountant. It all depends on his approval, you understand.
Of course. But you'll be joining a long list of distinguished benefactors. The building you're in now was extended and renovated by Sir William Crosby just after I became principal. Well, Mr. Crosby, as he was then, did you know him by any chance? He came from your part of the world.
I met him once or twice. We never actually did business.
It was a great loss, his death last year.
Knighted, I read in his obituary, for services to education.
Well, you public benefactors must expect some recognition, you know, Mr. Caldwell, and quite rightly.
I wouldn't want you thinking for 1 minute that that's what's at the back of my mind now.
Indeed, no. If it were, you'd be putting your money on a far safer horse than poor old education.
That's it. Frankly, Dame Audrey, it sickens me when I see men, ordinary businessmen like myself, pouring thousand upon thousand into the funds of some political party just to buy themselves titles and decorations and whatnot. And what's it all about, I ask myself? Pure vanity in the end. It's not as if they were doing any good with their money.
It's so unconstructive.
Ah, now there you have it. You put your finger right on the word, unconstructive. What is there to show for it? Well, for my own part, if I were to receive any public recognition at any time, not assuming I would, you understand, but if I were, I'd like to feel it was for something worthwhile, a real contribution, like Sir William up there.
Well, if I had my way, which I'm glad to say to some small extent I do, honours would be far more tightly restricted to that kind of thing.
Well, you know more about all that than I do, and I'm all for a man sticking to what he knows and leaving the rest to others. I'm pretty sure, now I think of it, that I'll be able to swing it with my accountant.
Oh, that's wonderful news, Mr. Caldwell.
I tell you what, Dame Audrey, let's not say a word to Jennifer or James, but let you and me get this all sorted out between the two of us, and then spring it on them, a surprise.
Why not? I'm all for surprises.
Oh, that's a fine-looking building, Dame Audrey. It'll make me a proud man, you know, to have my name on that. The Caldwell Graduate Block.
It's happened.
What has?
I've actually been asked to open a bazaar. Fame at last.
Ha-ha! Well, you know what Andy Warhol says. In a few years' time, we'll all be famous for 15 minutes. You can be famous now for a whole afternoon.
By God, yes, at the Moorcross Ladies Parish Institute.
Oh, it won't do any harm.
That's the trouble.
Do you want to do some harm?
I would like to do, or feel, something positive.
Positive?
Aren't you, I suppose?
And what do you think's so positive about me?
Obviously something, all this militancy.
I'm not militant.
What are you, then?
I suppose I've just got a sense of humour. When I'm confronted by stupidity, I can't keep a straight face. I have to do something.
Like keeping a man overnight in your room.
And not sleeping with him. That's the only thing I could think of that was more stupid than the rule I was breaking. Hey, then there's this whole business of whether or not we should have men and women in the same college. Now, the only objections come from those dried-up old dons who are terrified for their own neurotic reasons of sex in any form, opposite or otherwise.
Of course, there's always the argument that universities are in loco parentis.
All right. So some parents are terrified of it too. But why should we be lumbered with their problems? No. No, the only people who have sex permanently on their minds are those who never have it anywhere else. But this isn't about sex anyway. Let those who want to get on with it, and those who don't, please themselves.
Oh, I used to sound just like you a few years ago. All generosity and general goodwill.
Are you trying to tell me you've grown older and wiser?
Oh, God, heaven forbid. Ah, no. I suppose I feel that I'm getting stale.
Oh, dear. Oh, come on. There's barely, what, 5 years between us?
7. You are 20 and I'm 27.
Oh, well, that's an age, isn't it? That makes all the difference.
No problems. Ah, well, I can hardly say that I've exercised any influence. Well, she seems to be a perfectly reasonable, well-balanced girl to me. Yeah. Yes, all right, I'll bring her over.
Next Tuesday then, Mr. Hadleigh. And you'll be my guest for dinner, I hope. You and Mrs. Hadleigh. Yes, of course, if she's free. It's so good for Joanna to feel that someone's taking an interest. I shall look forward to seeing you then, and do try and persuade your wife.
I will, all right. Thank you. Goodbye, Principal. That was your esteemed Principal, Joe.
Oh, what did she want?
Oh, just asking how you are. By the way, darling, she wants us to have dinner with her on Tuesday when we take Joe over.
God, what a treat.
Oh, don't feel obliged to for my sake. Audrey's trying to give me the family treatment, make me feel secure, loved and tame. Isn't that right, Jane?
Yes, I think that's the general idea.
What did you say?
Only that I'd ask you.
And what did you say about me?
That you were a reformed character, eager to please, prepared to toe every single line put in front of you, begging for another chance and promising to be good forever.
Don't laugh, he might have.
Oh, don't you two get started on my account. I'm trying to spread sweetness and light, not marital discord.
There's no marital discord. We just disagree about things.
I'm sure it's very healthy.
Awfully stimulating.
Yes, it must be.
You think I could get a word in edgeways?
So sorry.
Thank you. Jenny, you can think about Tuesday and make up your mind. All I want from you is to know whether you're ready to go back.
Sure. If I'm not careful, Audrey will have the foundations for that graduate block down while my back's turned.
Oh.
I can't trust Kate to organise a sit-in.
Look, you just tell me something, will you? Suppose your principal, Audrey, changed her mind and agreed to having St. Mary's as a mixed college. Would you still try and stop her building that block?
There'd be no need for a graduate block then. It's only a compromise instead of doing what we're asking.
That's what Kate
Look,
said.
suppose you wanted both. A mixed college and the graduate block. Then would you support Kate?
Crafty, isn't he? Yeah, you could do Audrey's job better than her.
Well?
Of course. You used to be a civil servant too once, didn't you?
And you're being evasive.
Keep going, Joe, before he gets you to sign anything.
I'm on your side. It is not a trick question.
Are you? Oh, I'm sorry, James. That was unkind. I know you mean to be on my side. It's just I don't think we see things in quite the same way.
But I don't even know what the different sides are, for heaven's
Well,
sake.
that's what I mean. And I suppose the answer to your question is I don't know. It's so unlikely, how can I?
You see, it seems to me that you and Kate are just using each other for totally different reasons.
Like I said, it doesn't...
All right, politics. Now, look, all I want is for you to finish your course and get your degree.
My degree.
Well, it is quite important.
Why?
Well, I thought it was fairly obvious. I mean, to put it at its lowest, you'll stand a better chance of making a decent living.
There are an awful lot of people around with brilliant degrees making far less money, if that's your
I
criteria,
know.
than people who left school at 12.
And money is not my criteria. It just seems to me you ought to take advantage of the opportunities that you have.
Oh, for heaven's sake, James.
What?
Oh, what's the use?
If you two really are bent on having a quarrel, I'm going to take the dogs for a walk.
Well, are we?
Quarrelling? I don't see much point.
No, neither do I.
Look, I just want to stop her making silly mistakes that she'll regret later on, that's all. I'm not giving her any do's or don'ts, any rights. I'm not taking sides, whatever that may mean.
Of course you're taking sides, and you can't even see it, but she can. James Hadleigh and the establishment, like Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
All right. All right, now maybe you believe that people should do exactly as they like. Fine. Now, that's fine for you, but you see, it's a luxury that some people just can't afford. See, when Joanna leaves university, she's going to have to earn her own living. She doesn't have a father who can keep her in comfort for the rest of her days. And she may not, she just may not make what some people used to call a good marriage. Besides, anything being kept in idleness is much in Joanna's line, do you? So before you start indulging your theories of armchair rebellion and bank balance freedom, you'd better remember it's Joanna's life you're playing with, not your own.
They're both coming, then?
Yes. Mr. Hadleigh rang to say that his wife will be free after all.
By jingo. Their faces will be a treat when they come through that door and see me.
I'm sure they will, Mr. Caldwell.
You're quite certain they've got no wind of it?
I don't really see how they could. The only other person who knows what you're here for is Nesta Holmes, the Dean. And Miss Holmes is discretion itself. Come in.
Mr. and Mrs. Hadleigh, Principal.
How good of you both to come.
How do you do?
Hello.
Mrs. Hadleigh, I'm so pleased you were able to. There's someone here I'm sure you'll be pleased to see.
Kate, this is bloody awful.
I know. If Audrey gets her hands on that money.
But I mean Jennifer. She's on our side.
In that case, she's going to find this evening rather embarrassing, I'm afraid.
Oh, I can't do it.
Now, look, Joanna. I am not trying to talk you into doing anything you don't want to do. I am just passing the information on, and you and your lot can do with it what you like.
Yeah.
Not much I can do on my own. Except perhaps throw bread rolls during dinner.
Yes, Kate, you're right. Listen, who else is in on all this?
No one. Except Nesta Holmes. With her goeth Audrey, there goeth her shadow.
Oh, and of course your spy.
Oh, of course, my spy.
That's all there was to it. I dropped a line to Dame Audrey, and here we all are.
As you say, Principal, it's quite a family affair.
Yes, James, I've been hearing about this goddaughter of yours. A bit of a handful by all accounts.
Excuse me, Principal, the Dean.
Principal, I'm so sorry to come barging in like this. I'm so sorry.
Not at all, Nesta. You know everyone, I think.
Yes, of course. Good evening. Principal, I do apologize, but could I have a word with you privately?
Well, we're just about to go into dinner, Nesta.
But that's just the point, Principal. I'm afraid you can't.
Beg your pardon?
Oh, dear, well, I suppose there's no point in making a mystery out of it. It'll have to come out anyway. About 70 undergraduates have staged a sit-in at High Table. They're refusing to move.
I'm afraid I must ask you to excuse me for a moment. Do please help yourselves to drinks. Mr. Caldwell, I do apologize. It's a little local difficulty. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Well, is anybody going to tell me what the hell's going on?
Well, I think it must be cancelled, Charlie, till we hear more about it.
And what do you think you were doing? Couldn't you have said something to someone before getting yourself involved?
I told you I wanted to...
Make it a surprise, but it is certainly that.
Well, what's wrong all of a sudden? It's a crime to give money away?
Jenny didn't mean that.
It all depends who you are giving it to, that is what I mean.
Who I'm giving it to? I'm giving it to this college, to your old college. And I had hoped I might have found you proud to have your name associated with it.
If you're putting the name of Caldwell on that monstrosity, all I can say is, thank God my name is Hadleigh now.
Well, that's a nice thing to say, isn't it? James, can you talk some sense into this wife of yours? Or at least tell me what's the matter with her?
Well, either might take a very long time.
What on earth possessed you? If you want to go around distributing your money to charitable organisations, couldn't you have thought of something just a little bit more worthwhile? Like refugees, old age pensioners...
Oh, Jenny, come on. Silly father can spend his own money the way he likes.
No, it's all right, James. Let her get it off her chest. Whatever it is, in the first instance, it's not entirely my money, it's company money. But if it's your pocket you're worrying about, you needn't. We'll get most of it back with tax allowances and the rest I'm making up.
Oh, my God, it's just useless to argue.
And as for your other suggestions, yes, I've heard of them. And more. But you tell me, what can be more worthwhile, as you put it, than education?
Education? This has got nothing to do with education.
Then what the hell has it got to do with if it's not education?
Practically everything but.
I don't know what the blasted woman's on about. I've heard some rubbish in my time from her and others, but this about takes the biscuit. Look, do you think it's all right if I smoke it here?
Yes, I'm sure it is. You'll have time for a couple of those, Charlie, before we get anywhere near dinner tonight.
Anyway, I say James is right. As long as I'm running that company, it is my money, and I'll do what I damn well like. Damn it, at my age, why shouldn't I have a bit of recognition? I mean, please myself, feel I'm doing some good.
A bit of what?
I said,
A bit of recognition.
Jenny,
That is what you said.
Look, even you will agree that your father's motives are nobody's business but his own.
God!
Look.
Of course! Ah! I suddenly realise how ridiculous. You're trying to buy yourself a knighthood.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's been no mention of
that
it.
figures because that is exactly the way the Dame Orders of this world work, and you have risen to the bait like...
Well, don't look at me. This is strictly family.
And to think I really respected you. I always have. I honestly believe... No, I have nothing more to say on the subject.
Well, all I can say is if this is the sort of treatment a man can expect for showing a bit of philanthropic feeling, then I'm beginning to wish I'd never damn well bothered. What the devil's going on out there anyway? What was all that sit-in nonsense?
Well, I think we've been dropped into the middle of a political situation, Charlie.
Political?
Yes, I think that's the word. And I've a very nasty idea, and I know who's behind it, too.
I do apologise again for leaving you. But there was, and I'm afraid it is, nothing I can do. I suggest we dine in my private lodgings. High table and the senior common room have been put totally out of action by a highly efficient demonstration.
I think that could be, just could be, one of the worst evenings of my life. Oh, thanks.
Well, tell all.
Nothing much to tell. Audrey gave my father a lucid and brilliantly biased rundown on the whole situation. James sat there wobbling awkwardly on the fence, while I made an enormous effort not to walk out and join the sit-in.
Oh, that'll please Joanna. Well, that you're still with us, I mean. She nearly called the whole thing off when we heard it was your father in there.
I'd never have forgiven her if she'd done that.
Yes, I told her you'd see it that way.
But, Kate, how did you find out about my father?
Ah.
Audrey was completely baffled because, according to her, the only other person that knew was Nesta Holmes.
And my spy. Huh? Would you like to meet her? She's in the kitchen, making coffee. Now, this is my goddaughter, Lucinda Smithers. A girl with a sense of humour. And an excellent dictation speed. I only mention that because I think she may be looking for another job before long.
Kate, you are an old villain.
Your goddaughter plainly imagines herself to be immune to the normal discipline of this college. She's in for a rude awakening. If she imagines that I can be blackmailed by the threat of further trouble, well, it can't go on. You do realise that?
Yes, of course I do. The trouble is, of course, whether Joanna does, or even...
Yes?
Well, if she cares.
Well, either way, there can be only one end to it. I repeat, I've no more wish to see her sent down than you have. You know, Mr. Hadleigh, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that the person behind all this is Kate Barker. She's using Joanna cynically and deliberately. Though how she found out... well, that's beside the point. But if only Joanna could be made to see.
Or, of course, if Kate could be stopped.
Well, there's absolutely no point in my talking to her, that's quite certain.
Well, I don't mind talking to her if you think that'll help.
Kate might listen to you, if only for your wife's sake. Your wife will back you up, Mr. Hadleigh. She will support you.
Where's Audrey?
I don't know.
She wanted to see me.
No,
Big surprise.
I wanted to see you. I just borrowed the room.
Oh, I see. You borrowed the room.
Well, I had to see you somewhere. Look, it's only a room.
So Audrey still expects you to do all the talking?
No, it was my idea.
Where's Jennifer?
I don't know. She got into town.
With her father?
No, he's gone to Cali on business.
Oh, buying a car? Or a factory?
I didn't ask him.
I gather she took it very well last night.
Well, I think we all took it very well last night, don't you?
Yeah, I'm
all right,
sorry.
All right. We've already had this conversation.
So what's all this about?
Well, I wanted to fill you in. You see, I'm going to be talking to Kate later on.
Fine. And you don't have to tell me what you'll be saying because I can guess.
And I didn't want to go behind your back.
Without telling me you're there?
If that's how you want to put it.
All right. So Audrey has talked you into having a go at Kate behind my back.
Audrey has talked me into nothing. Look, I am doing this, I believe it or not, for your own good.
As you see it?
Well, would you expect me to do anything else?
No, of course not. Oh, you take it all so seriously, don't you, James, this Godfather bit?
Well, I won't become fanatical about it. When I've done all I can, I shall give up. Till then, I shall try not to be a bore. But I shall be around.
Why?
Why do I bother you?
Not because you stood in church one day and muttered whatever it is you do mutter over some screaming brat in a blanket.
No, not just that.
Duty?
Ah, that was a word I was trying to avoid.
I know you were.
I didn't want to frighten you off.
If it's your word, you say.
Well, it's not just that anyway. I mean, I knew your mother all alive. I knew your father in the army. I introduced them.
I know.
All right, now, I know. I'm... That doesn't give me a right to interfere in your life, but I'm not interfering. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps I think I know what your mother would have felt. I know what your father would say, if he were here.
So you're just standing in?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, thanks for not being a fanatic, James. That's something.
Divide and rule, Mr. Hadleigh. That's Dame Audrey's philosophy. I see you've taken the lesson well.
Well, as I was saying to Joanna, Miss Barker.
Kate, please. Everybody calls me Kate.
Well, then, Kate.
That's better. James. You see, we understand each other better already. Well, do you think it's too early for a drink? No, I think not.
Well, not for me. Thank you very much.
Do you mind if I do?
No, please, you
I've
carry
been
on.
lecturing this morning, otherwise I might have started already. Not only is the flesh beginning to weaken at my age, but the spirit needs a bit of a boost now and then. You mustn't take Audrey too seriously, James. She spent her whole life using other people, and she seems to imagine that it comes just as easily to everyone else.
So you deny that you're using Joanna, would you?
Well, you might say that Joanna was using me. She and her friends. The plain fact is, we have one enemy in common, Dame Audrey Parker, civil servant, Philistine and fool.
But you can afford to say that, you see. Joanna can't. I mean, you're a fellow of this college. Nobody's going to throw you out.
Yes, it takes a decree of the Privy Council to remove someone from an Oxford or Cambridge fellowship. Did you know that?
No, I didn't, but it does rather strengthen my point, doesn't it?
Well, for all her huffing and puffing, Audrey can't shift Joanna that easily either.
Well, what about this business of a man in a room?
Technically, yes, but you let her try.
Well, with enough technicality, she's going to succeed in the end, and Joanna seems to be determined to give her every chance, doesn't she?
Then that'll be Joanna's choice.
But you can't just stand back indifferently. Or can you? You know, knowing the affection that Joanna feels for you, I find it very difficult to believe that your chief virtue as a teacher is indifference to the futures of the people you teach.
Well, indifference is your word, James.
Well, let's not argue about semantics, please.
No, we're not. If you find my attitude a little difficult to understand, it may be because you're applying the wrong criteria to it. It may be that you've just never thought of the purpose of a university at all. You must admit that's a possibility, I take it.
All right, I'll admit that. But since we're not discussing...
Now, wait a minute. You assume that the sole and express purpose of a university is to send people out into the world with a piece of paper entitling them to better jobs than they would otherwise get. Am I right?
Well, it's an oversimplification.
Yeah, but not without a grain of truth.
No, perhaps a grain.
Good. Well, now let's build on that grain, as I assume you have, coming to the logical conclusion that anyone who leaves university without a degree, that little piece of paper, is condemned as a failure in the eyes of the world.
Well, again, a grain of truth.
A good deal more, I suspect. Otherwise, you wouldn't be showing such concern for Joanna's prospects. It does you credit. Yeah, I'm not denying it, but you're wrong, that's all.
I see. Well, suppose you tell me, in your expert opinion...
There's no need to be sarcastic.
All right, then, in your not very expert opinion, what do you consider the purpose of a university to be?
Ah, a good one. Yes. For preserving sane values in a world bent on throwing them away. Judgment, scholarship. The demonstration that it is better to read the great works we already have than frantically to go on writing inferior new ones. The demonstration that progress is fool's gold if it's to be had at the expense of past values. For example, this building and Audrey's wretched graduate block. You see, there's always a lot of demonstrating going on in the best universities, James, but not always of the sort you imagine. Joanna knows, as I do, what a university is for. And most of all, she knows it is not just a sausage factory churning out mindless executives and bureaucrats. There is nothing that you can tell your goddaughter about the purpose of a university, James, and nothing that I would any longer presume to.
All right, Kate, but there's a great deal I can tell you about the world outside this place, you and Joanna. And I'm not making value judgments, I'm just telling you how things are. That little piece of paper comes in useful. Come to think of it, it comes in useful if you want to stay in the place, like you. What was it you got? Double first? D. Phil, wasn't it? I mean, it is Dr. Catherine Barker, isn't it? My God. And you have the nerve to tell kids like Joanna not to bother about paper qualifications? While you sit secure in your own little corner, needing a decree of the Privy Council to blast you out of your complacency. Oh, no, I was wrong about you, Kate. I thought you were just irresponsible, but you're worse. You've had no life of your own, so you live through your students, persuading them to do things that you've never had the nerve to do. When did you ever take a risk in your life? Except vicariously.
Oh, James.
Thank you for coming. It's very good of you to spare the time.
Oh, I finished in Cowley, got half a day to kill, barman. What are you going to have, James?
I shall have a whiskey, please, with nothing with it.
And the same again for me, please. Well, James, what's it all about then? Before you start, I might as well tell you I've just about had enough. That whole flaming outfit to the back teeth.
Yes, I feel the same in your place, Johnny.
Call themselves a university, what blooming rabble.
I know.
The whole lot of them, your flaming goddaughter included, her especially.
I understand how you feel, I promise you.
I'm not much impressed with that Dame Audrey woman either. I thought at least she knew what she was about, but if she can't control a bunch of no more than schoolgirls, talk about the tail wagging the dog.
Yes, I know, it's disgraceful.
And then our Jennifer on top of it all. She hurt me, James, I don't mind admitting it.
Have you seen her this morning?
Yes, I told her.
So she didn't mean it. It was just the heat of the moment.
Well, that's when it comes out. What they think of you, that's what they'll tell you to your face.
She'd do anything in the world rather than hurt you. Now, you know that.
Oh, well, you could have fooled me last night. Anyway, I'm ready to chuck my hand in iron. I've been disillusioned more than once in my life, but never like that. People setting themselves up as superior. They're more like ruddy football hooligans.
Well, an hour or two I'd have agreed with you, Charlie, but I've just been talking to the woman behind it all.
Your goddaughter?
No, she's not behind it. I've just been talking to Kate Barker, Jenny's old tutor. Now, it's nothing to do with me what you do with your money. But I'd hate to see you back down on the say-so of a Kate Barker.
It's not her. She's not the problem.
Well, of course she's the problem. You know the sort of woman. Spinster. College is her world. She's never been outside it.
Never been outside it? What are you talking about? What about her war record?
Oh, what?
In the war, our Jennifer was telling me this morning. She was parachuted into France in 1941 to work with the resistance. She's got decorations enough to fill a shop window. Don't talk rubbish, James. There's nothing wrong with Kate Barker. She's the one woman there who might be worth listening to. Anyway, I'm listening to her. And I'm pulling out. On that dame Audrey can get some other mug to foot the bill. If she can find one.
Mr. Caldwell has informed me of his decision. It's most regrettable. But after last night, perhaps not surprising.
Well, I wonder if I could have a word or two with you about Joanna before I leave.
But you have heard, I take it.
Heard what?
Good gracious me, I believe you haven't.
No. Joanna?
I found this letter on my desk this afternoon. She has formally withdrawn herself from the university.
Can she do that?
Oh, yes, and has. So there is nothing further to discuss.
I'll bring the car around, sir.
All right, thank you, Sutton.
Well, shall I or shan't I?
Why not? You wanted to.
It's only your money they're after.
Yes, I'll expect a donation.
Let them open their own bazaar. Who needs the Ladies' Parish Institute? I think I'd rather wait till we're all famous for 15 minutes.
What's that?
Nothing. Joe's still packing?
Just a duffel bag, yeah.
Oh, I wish she was staying longer. I'm going to miss her. I'll say one thing for you. You haven't nagged.
Well, there's not much point in nagging, is there, after the event? Or before, come to that. I still think she's wrong, though.
You mean you don't understand why she did it?
Do you?
Because she'd had enough.
You mean she gave up?
No! She knew that she couldn't change much overnight, but she wasn't prepared to stay there on their terms. So what should she do, sit there and sulk?
Well, let's just agree to differ, shall we, Jenny, and leave it at that.
Right, all packed.
Can't you be persuaded? A few more days.
No one see Jennifer, thanks.
Do you know what you'll be saying?
Notting Hill with friends.
Well, if you need anything.
I've got the number.
And we can't come and see you off?
No, I hate goodbyes on railway stations.
All ready, sir.
Yes, you'd better be off.
Allow me, miss. I'll wait in the car.
I won't be a minute. Well.
Bye-bye, love.
Bye-bye.
Keep in touch.
Of course. Bye-bye, James. And thanks.
Look after yourself.
Don't worry. Anyone would think I was taking a trip up the Amazon.
Ta-ra. I almost wish I were going with her.